Until the very last hour.
Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing and doing a first impressions look using the Blood Sugar palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So without further ado, let's get right into the palette. This is the outside. It came with the sleeve. I have it somewhere. I've been doing like little promo videos and pictures of the palette because it is so stunning. If anybody knows me knows that red is my favorite color. Crimson red to be exact. And that has been my favorite color since I was a little boy. So here's, oh my gosh. So here is the Blood Sugar palette. It's a little rough to open, but once you break it and you get used to it. I have not even swatched one color. Not one. I haven't even touched it yet. So for today's video, what I really actually wanted to do was create an entire look just barely dipping into this palette. I just want to barely use it and show you guys how exactly this works. I have definitely watched videos and tutorials of this palette, but I want to try it out for myself in front of you guys. Just so I could show you my first impressions on the Blood Sugar palette. So go ahead and prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Laying Low. And now that the eyelids are nice and primed, I am going to dip into, I don't even know what to choose, you guys. There's so many like amazing shades in this palette that it's like, where do I even start? I'm going to go to into is Glucose, which is this beautiful white, pure white matte shade, and I'm going to dip in with a tapered brush, and I'm going to fluff this all over my eyelid to set that primer. So you can see that my eyes are nice and set with Glucose, which is the pure white matte shade from the palette. Next, I am going to be going into the shade Tongue Pop, which is a very nice, it's a very neutral skin tone type of shade. It has a little bit of a pink hue to it. And I'm going to put this right into the crease.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger?
Alright, so we just set down Tongue Pop, and next I actually really want to go into Cherry Soda, which is, it's kind of like a burgundy red shade. It's not really too deep of a red or a burgundy, you know, it's kind of a rust red. And we're going to get a little bit on the same exact brush. I really don't like to switch brushes because I feel like using the same brush will give you that really gradient fade of colors. And that's just me, you know. Don't take my word for it, but that's how I feel. So we're going to get that shade and put it right into the crease and start deepening it up. Alright, so we just set down Cherry Soda. The next shade I want to go into is, oh my gosh, this is a really hard choice. It's either Extraction or Fresh Meat, which are these two shades right here. I think I'm going to go into Extraction, which is this shade right there. It's a very, very deep purple burgundy shade. Oh my gosh, you guys, you just barely have to dip into them. They are super, super pigmented. And I'm going to put this right into my crease a little bit lower, just so I can start smoking it up. And since we laid down extraction, we're going to go into fresh meat, which is just a little bit darker than that shade right over here. Or it has more of a red tone to it. We're going to take that and put that deeper into the crease, just to give this look a little bit more dimension. So before we go any further, I am going to create a cut crease so I can lay down some other colors. And to create my cut crease, I'm going to be using the WetnWild Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. And I'm going to be using a Carity E32 brush. Now that the WetnWild concealer is laid down, I want to go into the shade Sweetener, which is, it's a gold. It's more of like a rose gold, peachy gold type of shade. It kind of has a hue to it. I'm going to take a WetnWild dense brush. I'm going to dip into that. And I'm going to put that right on top of where I concealed.
Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour.
Just ended up laying down sweetener on the lid of my eye, and then at the edge of my eye, I'm gonna go in with Donor, which is this beautiful copper bronze shade. And actually, I'm just gonna dip in with my finger and lightly put this at the end of my eye. And alright, so after I lay down Donor, I want to go into the darkest shade Coma, right over here with the medical stamp in it, embossed in it. And I'm going to take that same fluffy brush, but I'm barely going to tap into that because I definitely want to deepen this crease and kind of blend in those shimmery shades with the matte shades. So I'm barely just going to tap into that and swipe this at the end of my eye and right at the crease. And then to make my inner eye corner of my eye pop, I'm going to go in with Candy Floss, which is actually the lightest shimmery shade in the palette. And it is a pink, shimmery, you know, kind of a very light baby shade. And I'm going to go in with a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just going to swirl into that and put this into my inner corner. Oh my gosh, it is more beautiful than I thought. And I'm going to bring this up to the brow. You guys, this shade is even prettier than I thought it was going to be. Now we're going to go down to the bottom lash line, and I want to go into the shade Cavity, just because this is the color in the palette other than Prick that is just catches your eye, you know, like you just want to put that all over your face. So that is Cavity. It is a neon bright pink shade, and just lightly with that packer brush from WetnWild, I'm going to take that. It is super pigmented, you guys.
Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips.
With a fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the shade Prick. I haven't used this shade yet, for a full, pack on, but I'm going to barely dab into that. Dab into that. Very lightly, and brush that under my eye. So next, I'm going to go in with WetnWild You're Always White liner in my waterline, and I'm going to put on lashes and eyeliner off camera, but I will put all the product details down below in the description box if you're wondering, and I will be right back. Alright, so I have some lashes on and some eyeliner. Next, I want to go into lip and highlight, and I think for my highlight today, I want to go in with Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost and Eclipse, and I'm going to be taking my ultimate favorite highlighting brush, and this is the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush, but I actually really like this one for highlight because it has that perfect tapered tip, which gets your cheekbone so perfect. And honestly, Eclipse is one of the best colors on my skin other than Summer Snow Cone, which was probably one of the best highlighting shades that Jeffree Star has ever made. And now for lips, I'm going to be using Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lipsticks in Daddy and Nude Beach, which are one of my top favorite combinations to do an ombre lip. So I'm going to do an ombre lip and I will be right back. You guys, I am super satisfied with this look. Actually, with the brush that I highlighted with, I'm going to go into Candy Floss, which is the lightest shade. And with that, I'm going to dip in with the tip and I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow and the center of my lip. So since you already did see the Eclipse highlighter on me, just for fun, let's actually go into Candy Floss again, which is the lightest shimmering shade in the palette right there. And with that same brush that I highlighted with, I'm going to go ahead and take that and put it at the tip of my cheek, just to kind of see what it would look like as a highlight. Oh my gosh, it is so phenomenal.